So welcome to Big Data lecture series. So in the previous session we discussed about various frameworks of traditional big data analytics and Hadoop framework, business intelligence framework, and comparison of traditional business intelligence framework and Hadoop framework. Now in this session we will discuss about data science and various roles of data science and other activities of big data analytics. Now the learning outcomes and learning objects of the session are, so we will focus mainly on the what is data science and role and working of data science in real-time applications. The activities are going to be performed in data analytics, that is going to be discussed in this session. Upon completion of this concept, the students are able to understand the significance of big data analytics and the role of big data scientist in real-time applications. Let's have a look on the today's agenda. So in this session we will mainly focus on various challenges related to big data analytics and importance of big data analytics, basic terminologies used in big data environment. So these three concepts are going to be focused in this session. Now we'll see the challenges. When we want to apply business or big data analytics in real-time applications, being an analyst or being a data scientist, what are the challenges he or she has to face to do the analytical activities? Now, not only the challenges at the time of analytics, in the beginning of collection of the data, storage of the data, processing of the data, sharing of the data, in all levels, what are the challenges will be encountered and how the challenges are going to be handled. Now we have a look on one by one. The first challenge is scale. That means how to store the huge amount of data and what are the methodologies which are available to store and collect various formats of data which are coming in larger scale. So here the traditional approaches are, we are having traditional RDBMS approaches, NoSQL approaches, PostgreSQL approaches, like all are structured data related data storage environments. But whereas in big data we are having data of various categories, like we will have structured data, unstructured data and semi-structured data. Now to handle that huge amount of data, what are the possible ways to collect and to store the large amount of data? That means how the scale is going to be applied on storage environment. That has to be considered as a first and foremost activity in big data environment. And second one, how to provide security environment to the big data. That means in order to prevent unauthorized access and unauthorized usage of the data and to prevent loss of the data, what are the various security approaches are going to be applied on the data in big data environment. And when it comes to the third one, the schema, that means what is the data storage schema that is going to be implemented to store large amount of data, and what are the various schemas are going to be used to process the data, what are the various schemas are going to be used to share the data. So at each and every stage, what are the schemas are going to be used in big data environment. When it comes to the next one, what is the resources are available to provide a continuous availability of the data to the customer or to the end user. That means how can we promise and how can we provide 24/7 support in order to access or to analyze at the end user level. And next one, consistency, how the data is going to be stored in a consistency manner without having any mismatch and miscommunications between the data elements related to a particular application. That means how effectively data is going to be stored with a consistent manner and with consistent values. When it comes to partition tolerance, what are the possible hardware and software resources or support we are providing if any one of the machine failure occurs? That means the system should take care of any failure of hardware or software which is going to be considered as one of the major challenge, because in big data environment we are storing data in a distributed format or in a distributed file system format. And last one, how to maintain the quality of the data. That means we are not only storing the data, we have to process the data, and that processed data is going to be used in analytical activity. Now the results of analysis should be in a approved aspect. That means what is the percentage of accuracy, how accuracy is going to be implemented or increased in real-time applications, and when comes to how the completeness of the data, completeness of the activity is going to be guaranteed. That is one of the data quality. And timeliness, that means response to a query and timely generation of relevant analytical results is also one of the major challenge in big data environment. Next we will see the comparison of big data analytics with data warehouse applications. Now we are storing big data environment, the multiple formats of data and various formats of data we are storing in a big data environment. But when comes to data warehousing is also used to store and collect various formats of data. Now we will compare this comparison. Have a look at on this graph. So when we look at this graph, what is the percentage of appliances which they started using data warehousing and as well as big data analytics in the form of time period and cumulative cash flow in the applications. If you look at carefully, the usage of big data analytics in various applications, it was reached to around $175 million. Starting from $0 to the usage of big data in machinery or in analytical applications, it was increased to $175 million. Now if you look at carefully, the big data in the same period, it was reached only up to a maximum of $50 to $60 in the period of 3 years. That means if you take the information on a time bar on x-axis, there are totally 3 years we have taken into consideration. If you look at carefully, there is a huge exponential growth of big data analytics is happening in real-time applications. Next we will see the data science. Now how data science is embedded in big data analytics. So data science is one of the environment where analytical activities are going to be implemented and executed in effective manner. Now to become a data scientist, if any person want to become a data scientist, the person should have exposure of all the 3 categories here. That means the person should have exposure about business acumen, and he should be expertised in mathematical field and technological field. Technological expertise and mathematical expertise. We will see how the role and expertise level should be considered or measured for a data scientist. So when it comes to the business acumen skills, the person or data scientist should have a complete knowledge on the domain where the data mining is going to be implemented. That means when we are applying a big data analytics on any particular application, let's have a look on we are applying big data on a weather forecasting to predict the floods or to predict the weather conditions in coming future. Let us take, we want to predict for next 10 years. So in this aspect, whenever a person is working as a data scientist in real-time applications, he or she should have a complete command on real-time information related to weather forecasting. That we can call it as a domain knowledge. The scientist or data scientist should have a business acumen skills in the form of understanding the domain knowledge and how the strategies are going to be implemented in a business environment. Now what is meant by strategy here? Execution of the task, assigning of the task, event management and event collection, all activities are comes under business strategy. That means time allocation to a big data environment, or what is the time which is going to be taken into consideration to provide the better accurate results. And the person should have a complete command on a problem solving skills. That means how to understanding the problem. That means what is the requirement of the problem, understanding of the problem, and analysis of the problem, assigning resources to the problem, and assigning manwork to the problem. All are comes under problem solving skills. And the person should have a complete communication related to the domain. That means complete command on the all domain aspects in all angles. The data scientist should have a complete command on the domain and in the form of communication. And next one, the person should have a complete visualization skills in the form of to present a analytical results. That means what are the various analytical tools are available, how efficient he is able to visualize or use the data is going to be taken into consideration. And comes to inquisitiveness. Inquisitiveness is one of the major parameter that the person should have while doing a analytical activities in data science environment. When it comes to technology expertise, the data scientist, the person should have a complete command on some of the technological areas which are inbuilt in or in cope up with the big data environment. The person should have a complete knowledge on database concepts. That means how the schemas are going to be created, how the schemas are going to be implemented and used. He should have a complete command on the concepts like RDBMS, and he or she should have some commanding on the programming languages such as Java and Python. And to use and to utilize and to apply various open source tools like Hadoop is also taken into consideration. That means usage of Hadoop, implementation of Hadoop, and how to write a program in Hadoop, how to analyze the data and how to store the data in a Hadoop environment in a more secured manner is going to be taken into consideration. And in addition to big data concepts are related to concepts of big data warehousing and data mining concepts and skills in data mining and data warehousing is also plays a much crucial role to become a data scientist or to apply analytical activities in the big data environment. When it comes to a complete command on various visualization tools like Flare and Tabula. So usage of Flare and Tabula is a much more essential requirement to become an expert in data science environment, because when we want to produce the results of analytics, so we have to take the help of any one of the inbuilt tool or third party tool in order to produce better accurate results in the form of analytical value to the end user. So these are the technological expertise areas where a data scientist should have a complete command on as a part of technical. Next comes to mathematical enterprise. So we are performing all analytical related issues. So when we are dealing about very large amount of data, how to handle and how to process the data is going to be placed as a crucial element. Now the person should have a complete command on mathematical background, domain related mathematical applications and usage of mathematical environment, and statistical related operations, because statistical operations are the backbone of any analytical activities. Without having statistical knowledge, we can't expect an analytical environment in big data or any other environment. When it comes to applying various analytical tools using the concept of artificial intelligence or deep learning concepts or machine learning concepts are going to be used in the generation of analytical results. So deep learning and machine learning concepts are going to be embedded in analytical aspects. And when it comes to understanding the pattern and identifying the hidden insights of the data is going to be one of the major aspect of big data environment. So this is our ultimate output. When we are looking or performing analytical activities on real-time applications, we are looking into deeper and richer insights of the data. And finally, the person should have a complete command on natural language processing tools in order to perform user-friendly or machine-related activities in real-time applications. So these are all about how data scientists should have a complete command on real-time applications. Now we'll see briefly how the big data is going to be applied and used in real-time applications. See, here we have taken some of the application tools like healthcare, manufacturing, applications in media and entertainment, applications in IoT, and data applications in governance. Now let's have a look on this one by one. In healthcare domain, how the big data is going to be placed and used in a real-time applications. So when in healthcare, nowadays big data is going to be used in various levels which are related to healthcare applications. Like when we are dealing about electronic health records of a patient, that means in order to maintain the health information of each and every patient and each and every person of that country or region. What we are doing here, we can collect electronic health records of each and every person. Now what these health records will contain? The health record will contain information related to the disease of the patient, and what are the medicine which has been suggested, that is the medication information, and the history of the disease and history of the patient are stored electronically. Now whenever we want to see the patient information or person information related to a particular disease, or whenever you want to do analysis related to that particular disease, this will be helpful. In addition to electronic health records, so there are various domains where we can use big data in healthcare domain. Like we can maintain public health records of each and every person, and we can allow the data as a public or private search engine, so that they can look and they can see the information related to electronic health records. Now let us take the contemporary scenario here. If you want to see the current statistics of COVID-19 in India or all over the globe, there are some free websites are available, like covid19.org is one of the commonly used website in India, and there is World Population Meter or World Meter is there. This World Meter website will provide complete information about the statistics of COVID pandemic situation in all over the globe. Now they have given a public search engine so that public can have a complete command and they can look into the current situation and scenarios of COVID related activities. And another area here, big data can be implanted with IoT related information like wearable devices like fitness trackers, heartbeat detecting machines, diabetic detecting machines, blind people supporting machines. There are some other machines are there where devices are embedded with big data environment, and each and every device can have a inbuilt tracker so that they can track the patient's information or person information related to their disease or their inefficiency by wearing the wearable devices. And big data is embedded with the smartphones. When we want to group the people and when we want to maintain the people in a larger scale, we can take the help of smartphones. Like we can connect all the people using Facebook, Twitter. We can use this smartphone as a part of big data analytics. And payer records, that means the financial information, ledger information, we can record and we can use it. The best example is the Bitcoin. So in Bitcoin is one of the virtual currency that is the one of the application area of big data environment. And big data can be used by the government agencies to maintain the public health records and electronic health records of each and every person of the country. And we can also maintain separate patient portals related to a particular disease or any pandemic information. So these are the various domains where we can use big data in a real-time applications, as well as we can also use big data in research aspect or research studies to understand the situation or to have a complete command on various diseases and patient information. And another domain where big data is going to be placed a crucial role is a manufacturing unit. So in manufacturing unit, so if you look at this diagram here, the total activities of a manufacturing company has been divided into 8 categories. Like we can predict the maintenance of the company or the product or any manufacturing unit, and we can detect anomaly detection, that means misuse of the resources, misuse of any personal information, or if any person is trying to steal or stole the information related to company, or any other hardware malfunction can also be detected using big data analytics. And we can also customization of all the activities, that means customer related activities, domain related activities, we can make it into a single platform. And this big data can be used to predict the forecast of the company. That means based on the current statistics of the company, what is the sales information for the next coming 5 years or 10 years, they can go for a prediction. That is called as a demand forecasting. And we can, the company can offer premium services related to manufacturing unit. That means related to the shipment or shipper, or related to the buyers, or any other supporting elements or supporting areas related to the manufacturing unit can also be taken into consideration. And how to generate the revenue of the company and how to increase the profits of the company can also be estimated using big data environment. And when it comes to the maintenance and scheduling, when we are handling very large scale organizations or industries, the scheduling of the activities, maintenance of the activities can also be tracked and maintained using big data environment. We will implant IoT related sensors and sensoring applications. They'll track and they'll maintain the complete scheduling of the information. And the purchase order of the customers or the clients are going to be automated based on the requirement and need. The alerts are going to be generated in both ends, from the sender and the receiver side. So this is one of the major application where manufacturing unit is using big data environment. When it comes to the marketing sector, this is one of the major area where all companies started using big data. That means all major and second grade companies also started using big data environment in their marketing sector. Now how the marketing or big data will help the marketing sector? The first one is the performance of the marketing can be increased. Customer engagement, that means maintaining the loyalty of the customer, maintaining the customer behavior, analyzing the customer purchase pattern can be done with the big data environment. And taking the advantage in the competitive world and making a step ahead with the competitors in the big data environment, that is in the form of marketing, can be analyzed. And marketing opportunities are going to be created in order to enhance the business. So this is the one of the area where we can use the big data environment in order to increase the company profits or marketing information. Next one, IoT is one of the inbuilt area with the big data. So we can't see IoT and big data as a separately environment. When we are collecting Internet of Things related information or sensoring data, one of the available solution or alternative is the big data. Now here there are some IoT sensors have been represented here. Let's have a look on one by one. There are some statistical information. By 2020, each person will have an average of 7 connected devices. That means either a smartphone or smart TV or IoT related applications. On an average, every person is directly or indirectly connected with 7 IoT related devices. Whereas 71% of shopping sites or e-commerce websites or real-time companies are using big data in their environment. That means the retail applications or e-commerce companies are using big data as a part of their business. And roughly, if you look at carefully here, 23 million cars are having internet access in the year 2016. Now it was increased from 8 to 8 million by 2010. That means if you look at nearly 23 million cars are embedded with IoT sensors. That means it may be tracked with a parking sensor, it may be like temperature sensors or diesel information sensors are communicating with household applications. So all nearly 23.6 million cars are having IoT related sensors in car industry. If you look at carefully here, using IoT sensors, we can expect a 30% of annual growth in the form of profits or business increase for every 5 years. When it comes to the medical, as we discussed earlier, so in the medical domain and the medical sector, each and every application can be embedded with big data environment or IoT sector. And finally, we will see how the government is going to be used big data environment in their real-time applications. Like all government sectors may use big data for traffic optimization, or they can use to predict or to prevent the cyber security and intelligence activities. That means to prevent cyber attacks and network attacks or threats can be prevented, and the tax calculations or tax compilation of each and every person in the country can be observed. We can predict or we can prevent the flowing of black money, and evaluation of the drug. That means like during the vaccine preparation, the clinical trials are going to be taken into consideration and how the trials are giving results and analysis and evaluations can be done using in medical sector. Government can use big data for weather forecasting in order to prevent climatic changes, in order to prevent the damages due to climatic changes, and to reduce the crime rate, crime prediction and prevention can also be done using big data environment. So these are the major areas where big data is going to be placed a crucial role. Now we'll see a big data definition. Define big data and explain 5 E's of big data. So whatever we completed in earlier, on this it's a small questionnaire here. Let's have a look on this. A big data can be defined as a collection of complex, unstructured, semi-structured data sets which have a potential to deliver the actionable insights, and define all the 5 characteristics, like 5 V's of big data. So as we already discussed, so volume, variety, velocity and veracity.